Hey, what's up? What's going on, people? Y'all know what time it is. It's the BQF Black Quarterback Forum. Yours truly, Alex Herring. Um, all of that he dizzle, all the little names I go by at times, like I tell you. I tell y'all my real name at this point in time, because like I've been saying all season, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and like I'm gonna say it. I just do one video a week about the black quarterbacks in the NFL. And just talk about the NFL in general. It's the BQF Black Quarterback Forum. Black QBs in Effect.com website, all lowercase, BLACK, Black QBs in Effect.com website. So we've been cruising through the league. Through the season, and the playoff teams are pretty much set. I'll get to those in a minute, but I'm gonna always start off by talking about how they just didn't acknowledge the amount of black quarterbacks. We had half the league, and I'm talking about this shit every week. So we had half the league. That includes my man Jacoby Brissett before he was removed and Drake May started, and Dak was healthy, of course, and Bryce has started there. So we and Tua, I'm counting Tua as black. We had 16. So um, the pitcher in the Cowboys, and he's hurt. I can't think of his name. I got my man's from. Oh, I got all these quarterback names, teams running through my mind at the moment. But my man in New England, he was always holding that spot, you know, for that quarterback. So we knew he was going to lose that spot. But obviously, my man in Dallas uh, got hurt and so forth, and we have what we have right now as far as the number of black quarterbacks starting. But it's still not something they've acknowledged at all throughout the whole season. I mean, you know, I don't even watch none of the pregame shows, none of the postgame shows. I very rarely watch any shows about sports. Um, so yeah, I very rarely watch any of them, and I knew that was gonna go off. So, but I'm just saying, man, I'm 60 years old. I talk about it all the time. I watched football for a long time. I know a lot of these cats just go along to get along. You know, they ain't gonna mess up their jobs, and I get it. And I just make one video a week talking shit about the NFL, and shit hardly anybody watches. So, but I'm gonna put it out there on record. That I said what I said about the NFL, how they ain't talked about the number of black quarterbacks start because they just want to act like the shit is just like not random, but like it's normal, like it's always been this way, and it hasn't always been this way. I've been 60 years old, watching NFL for 50 years, since I was 10 at least. Okay, and back then we didn't have but one, maybe two black quarterbacks starting, if starting, or if you just known about them, maybe not even starting. So for them to act like it's been black quarterbacks in the league forever is bullshit. Okay. There are more black players in the league overall. I looked that up and I keep talking about that. Is 55% to 45% of that 55. It's a very small percentage of those black players are actually quarterbacks. So I'm going to talk about the quarterbacks in the playoffs here before I get to the scores and go over, like I have always since I've been doing this website, since I've been doing these videos for last, it's going on year two. Sorry. Um, I got some noises going on. Like, what's the hell is that? But anyway, um, I'm gonna go over all the teams that are in the playoffs, and I don't think much is gonna change. Maybe one or two spots, but we in week 13, 14, whatever it is. How many ever games they got left? I'm becoming disenchanted with the NFL to begin with, but anyway, it is what it is. For all these young cats making all Dak Prescott, that's his name in Dallas. 60 million. $60 million man. He makes 60 million this shit. And Trevor Lawrence just got hurt. He's a white guy. I don't report on him, but he just got hurt. He's up there around 50, 55 million. Poor guy got hurt. And that situation there with him, man, that player, it's crazy. So, but anyway, these quarterbacks are making hella dollars these days. They ain't delivering shit. I know, not no Lombardi trophies. That only goes to one player, just one. So, and we'll see. You know, so at this point, you guys said there's always going to be black quarterbacks starring in the league, right? So check it out. In the NFC, we got the Chiefs holding down that number one spot. Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Houston. We got the Chargers, Denver, and Baltimore in the 5, 6, 7 spot, wherever they are. I didn't write them down specifically. But those three teams, you got three out of the West. Wow, everybody but the Raiders. And then will Baltimore challenge Pittsburgh for that spot? I don't know. They're a couple games behind them. We'll see. And we'll see what happens with Houston. If they win a division, they will have a home playoff game against one of the wild cards. So, and I think they'll beat everybody except Baltimore at home. I think Houston would. They'll take care of the Chargers of Denver. But we'll see. Buffalo. This is one of the years they're going to have two white boys back in the Super Bowl. The Lions and Buffalo. The Lions play the Packers this tomorrow, Thursday. I always make this video on Wednesday. They play. I don't think Jordan Love them gonna beat them, but they show some stats about the Lions, and I mean not the Lions, but the Packers, youngest team out there, and they just. I don't know if this is their year. They're gonna go all the way with it. Who knows? The Lions do look. They look dominant. So you got the Lions, Eagles, Seahawks, Falcons, and of course the Vikings and Packers out of that north, and you got Washington. Excuse me. So those are the playoff teams, and I didn't mention. Yeah, it sounds like I'm out the dial here. The 8 and 9 teams are the Colts and the Dolphins. In the AFC, and the 8 and 9 is Tampa Bay and the Cardinals. Cardinals just got to take care and beat the Seahawks. Then they got one game left with them and have a better record. So we'll see what's going to happen there with the playoffs. Excuse me. We'll see. But here at the Black Quarterback Forum, we just talk about it, see what happens. And if black quarterbacks are playing for the Super Bowl, it's just something for us to talk about. As far as the season in this past weekend, well, it started with they had the Thanksgiving Day games. So looks like Jordan Love. Let me just get to his stats. I'll get to the best player stats. How about that? Well, he might not have had the best numbers overall, but he did win his game and he had a pretty decent day. 21 for 28, 274 yards, 9.8 average. He's always had a high average. I think he had the highest. And it looks like he did. 9.8 average, 2 TDs, 0 INTs. He was sacked 0 times. And he had a rating of 129.2. I always tell you, I don't talk about the rushing unless it's significant. So that was the best quarterback in the NFC just based on numbers, and he did win the game. You got to win. In the AFC, it was Russell Wilson. He was 29 for 38, 414 yards. He had a 10.9 average down the field. Russ likes throwing that ball down the field. 3 TDs. Oh my goodness, excuse me. 1 INT. He was sacked 2 times for -4 yards. He had a rating of 126.4. Okay, hopefully the coughing is going. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of real low key today. And you know what? I'm just going to talk about the NFL. I'm just going to skip the rest of the statistics of the players. I mean, it matters, but it don't matter. Those guys are fighting for their careers, their contracts. I get it. They're making all that money in the NFL, and it's great for them. But when you look at how much Dak is making and the results that you get with these quarterbacks, I'm like, but and then it's like people feel like they're forced to pay him. I mean, guys come in the league and they don't win anything, and they go on to make, I guess, in some cases, hundreds of millions of dollars. Like my man in Cleveland, I got one of his jerseys in the closet, Deshaun Watson. It's a nice jersey too. I just don't wear it that much because Deshaun, it's like he robbing the NFL. 240 million. I mean, in Cleveland, I think it's 240. Yeah, they made it all 100% guaranteed. So no matter what I mean, he ain't playing it. You go to the website, uh, it still show him making all his money. So, I mean, NFL is crazy. Like Dak is hurt. I mean, my man just Trevor Lawrence just got hurt. He's pretty much done for the season, and he's making over, I think, over 40 million, 40 something plus, probably more. I mean, Herbert, uh, my man in Baltimore, and a couple of them's way up there, over 40, 45, 50. I don't know if there's any at 50. I think they're all at 40 something. Could be wrong. I haven't looked at their contract amounts today. But those cats is making enormous amounts of money. And it's just sports, I guess. They ain't getting nowhere close to the Super Bowl. So I guess, yeah, and I guess up until it kind of went flat for 49ers, because Purdy, they was going to have to pay him. I guess now they can shortchange him because, well, we're sorry your players got hurt, but you're only going to make 30 million a year, okay? I mean, like, wow. Yeah, so, I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'll cover, the rest of these cats had decent days. Some won, some lost. It's the last 5 games, right? I think they 12, 13. Some of the teams got buys this week coming up. Everybody played last week, the holiday. No holidays. Well, Christmas. That's the next one. So we'll have some Sundays here in the month of December for these players to get at it. Then it's playoffs, and the best team will win. I mean, that's it. I don't have a favorite team, man. Whatever team the black quarterback plays for. And I mean, I online all these Baltimore fans, I follow some of them just to see, and they don't clap back when you when you say something responsible to them. They just want to hear that you rooting for Baltimore and all that. They don't clap back. Same thing with the Chiefs fans. What some of the Chiefs fans do, and you just clap back with because they won. Patrick is the third black quarterback. Him, going back to Russ, and my man, I got the picture. He's on my Twitter. Doug Willie Williams. Only 3. You believe that? There's only 1 in the Hall of Fame. That's my man Warren Moon. Yeah, go check that shit out. Doug Williams ain't even in that motherfucker. Well, Russell and of course Patrick gonna be there when they retire. But right now, it's just 1. Warren Moon. He threw a pretty pass too. I think I tell the story time again and again. I met my man. I worked at the car dealership, not the dealership, but the car rental place, Hertz, at the airport, of course. And he came and picked up cars. This was years ago when I used to work there. He was doing a game. And I said hi to him, didn't get no autograph, nothing like that. I'm not never been an autograph seeker. Been around a few athletes. Nothing special. I'm not an autograph seeker type individual. So, but anyway, I mean, Look, I just love talking about black quarterbacks because I haven't. I've been reading from the next chapter, but I don't have nothing specific I want to say about it. Other than I appreciate my man for creating and writing this book, and I will get back to it. I know I said I would bring stories from it, but I apologize I don't have one. So I've been dealing with some real life, just ain't been reading as much. But anyway, we got a few seasons left in the regular season, then playoffs. We're gonna see really who got what. It's gonna be another year. Well, I guess some teams have already realized that it's over. They failed. They ain't gonna make the playoffs. But here's the funny thing about it. I mean, outside of the Raiders, maybe Patriots, um, the Panthers, I guess they will have to call out the Niners at some point. But anyway, my point here is these teams that are obviously not going to make the playoffs. They, they even hold out till it's they're mathematically eliminated, which happens here in another week or two with some of them. But they'll still be holding out. Oh, there's a chance that like there's no fucking chance. It's like, saying you're gonna go date one of these fine movie star chicks. Shit ain't gonna happen. You don't hang out in the same places. You'll never be there. You'll never be where they gonna be. Okay. So those teams ain't even if they win a game or two, they ain't making the fucking playoffs. It's just the teams. I think I went over with them. Yes, at the beginning of my video. So, shit. If you're a fan of one of those 7 teams, I don't think 8 and 9 are gonna get there. And either well 8 with the Falcons and the Tampa Bay. Who the hell knows, man? I think Kirk Cobain ain't Cobain. Kirk, Kirk Cousins is. You know who they got waiting in the wings over there, right? Another young brother. That's right. You forgot about him. That's right. Penix Jr., baby. He's waiting. Kirk keep fucking up. Like, okay. Yeah, you can go have a seat forever. So, man, look, I'm just happy so many black guys playing quarterback. I'm just telling y'all, when I was a young kid, they didn't have that many. So, with that being said, it's coming up on 18, 19, 20 minutes. Try to keep the videos short. I ain't got much to say today. I did want to make a video and put it out there for those that are watching. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Get to talk about the black quarterbacks in the NFL. And, it's some bullshit that I just don't agree with. And, like, nobody like me, little old me, ain't going to make no difference with the NFL. Making these little videos from my apartment and shit, talking shit about it with my jerseys all over. But hey, I'ma still support the black guy. You know what I'm saying? That's it with me when it comes to these teams. I support the black guy. In a minute, a black quarterback don't play for the team. Hell with the team. I ain't supporting the team no more. The minute Kansas City don't have black quarterback, hell with Kansas City. Same thing with Baltimore, Philly, whoever, whatever. Like, okay, I just follow the black quarterback. Whoever. I don't hate them other guys. It's just I support the black quarterback. Plain and simple. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and have fun, enjoy, man. Life. I don't try to talk about other things but football, but enjoy life. Okay, I'll get at you.